If you have ever been to a hospital in any of the metropolitan city, right from Delhi to Kochi or from Mumbai to Kolkata, I am pretty much sure that the attending nurse was definitely most of the times a Malayali. Just like how every second family in Kerala has got at least one member working in the Gulf, in the same way every second family in Kerala has got at least one female member working as a nurse. Well, it might sound as an exaggeration, but my mom was in the Gulf for 10 years and she has been serving as a nurse for the past 30 years. Is that a coincidence? Well, I don't know, maybe yes, but the fact is Kerala has been the largest producer of nurses post-independence, even many a times more than any other Indian state. In fact, this culture started way back during the pre-independence period, and from 1950 onwards the number has been steadily increasing. And this brings us to a simple yet important question: why?
Why? That is because after a great consideration and consultation, I came to the conclusion that the socialist illusion was a great botheration to the Indian nation whose chief occupation was cultivation and irrigation.
Let us go all the way back to the ancient India. The concept of the medicinal branch of Ayurveda have existed since the times of the Indus Valley civilization, and the first recorded form of the Ayurveda have evolved from the Vedas. To be specific, India was way ahead than the rest of the world in terms of discovering medicines and using them. But there were no hospitals in general, but there used to be an expert in each and every village known as a Vaidyan. And this particular person used to cure out most of the diseases using the Ayurveda. And a group of disciples used to work with this person, who can be considered as the earliest Indian nurses. Times evolved and then the English medicines were discovered and developed. One of the major drawbacks of Ayurveda was that it used to take a longer period to cure out a certain disease, while on the other hand, English medicines offered quick solutions. And therefore, most of the Western countries eventually adopted the English medicines, and this happened during the early 1800s. The British East India Company came to India during the early 1600s, and by the 19th century, they became the ruling power. The British Imperial government set up and strengthened an organized medical system in colonial India that replaced the ancient Indian Ayurveda with English medicines.
What the hell is this? Get out! You sit down! Oof! I asked you to get out!
Thank you, madam.
Out!
Oh.
Yeah, tell me.
The British began educating and hiring Indian women into the British medical services since the labor was cheap compared to their country, and this became a major practice in the South India and especially in the state of Kerala. While the Christian community were relatively open to this idea, the Hindu community looked at this profession as impure. And this had much to do with the Christian missionaries and mission hospitals projecting nursing as divine occupation. Even today, most of the nurses from the state come from the Christian community. Malayali women are naturally more assertive, perhaps because Malayali families are more open-minded when compared to the North India. Maybe the Nayars are the people we should thank, or maybe the equalism preached in the communism has somehow steeped into our subconscious mind. Or maybe Malayali women are more stronger and dominant when compared to North Indian women.
Hey! Can't you treat women with respect? You freaking asshole!
Malayalis are deeply rooted in their religion and culture, and therefore they automatically become good at taking orders and implementing them. And a profession like nursing demands taking orders as well as maintaining a control over others. Over the years, most of the nurses have belonged to the lower middle class families. In the book Indian Sisters and History of Nursing and the State by Madeline Haley, the author notes that this heavenly Christian profession was strongly associated with the widows, orphans and low-status converts who were the only recruits the missionaries could afford. Another factor that has supported the growth of this profession has been the mobility of the Malayali nurses. They are willing to move to receive the adequate training and seek out job opportunities, and they have rightly established a positive impression all over the world. We Malayalis usually prefer a white-collar job where we get salaried and a job that has got minimum risks. And nursing fits the bill for all three. And so many more opportunities are coming all the way from the Middle East as well as Europe, and so many more girls from Kerala are going to take up this demanding yet noble profession. So next time you come across a nurse, you know from where she is coming from. And for that 100% confirmation, all that you have to say is അല്ല മലയാളിയാണോ? നാട്ടിലെവിടെയാ?
On the floor baby, hit it hard baby, rock the body baby, pattu lingi poti. On the floor baby, hit it hard baby, rock the body baby, pattu lingi poti. On the floor baby, hit it hard baby, rock the body baby, pattu lingi poti.